everyone, my name is Kieran, of course, from RedDevilWeekly, and tonight I'm going to give you my quick preview for United's game against Luton, the last game heading into the international break, which I'm sure all of you are looking forward to. Before we get into it, please do leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section down below. I really enjoy reading and hearing all what you have to say, and also feel free to hit that like button if you do enjoy the video. But we'll get straight into it. I'm not going to waste your time tonight. Luton Town are the visitors to Old Trafford. Currently sits 17th in the league, and actually something that surprised me were they were not in the bottom three. 17th currently, one win all season, 3 draws and 7 losses, taking their total to 6 points for the season. And yeah, it's not been an amazing start for them comparatively with other starts we've seen from newly promoted sides in the last couple of years. Luton haven't really been able to make the same impact, and let's face it, their team hasn't changed much since their championship days. And I think that's something that really does affect them. Obviously, a bit of a fly there. But we'll go through some of the new additions that they've made and some of their biggest players and biggest threats, really. Kaminski in goal. Obviously, as a goalkeeper for a new promoted side, he's not going to have an easy time of it, so I do feel for him somewhat. Mengi, of course, former United player, one of the former United players in Luton's team. I actually think he's had a really decent start to the season. Saw him against Liverpool. I thought he had a pretty decent game there. Tom Lockyer, who is their captain and someone who was pivotal in then getting up from the Championship. Of course, Ross Barkley came in this season I think he's on a permanent transfer. I was going to say it's on loan, but I think it's actually a permanent transfer. And he's someone who clearly is going to be looking to be a talisman for them, someone that's going to make their midfield tick. And actually, again, against Liverpool, where they got their 1-1 draw in their last Premier League game, I thought he was arguably man of the match for them. I thought he really did make them tick. He played the ball through the pre-assist, if you like using those words, for Tahith Chong's goal. And obviously, Tahith Chong again is another former United player in this Luton side. So a lot of interesting names. Ogbene as well. I think he is, if not the fastest player in the Premier League this season. I think he's clocked the fastest speed in the league of any player. So that's something we've got to worry about, especially on the counter-attack. Carlton Morris as well. He was brilliant for them in the Championship, and he scored a couple of goals this season. A real physical presence, someone who's good at holding the ball up, and they always look to go direct to him. So that's something, again, that our fragile defence is going to have to deal with. And of course, another addition, Andros Townsend. He was fairly late into the season. I think he was a free agent, actually. He obviously playing for Everton, I think, last season. So yeah, he was a free agent. So they've done a few bits of shrewd business there, but ultimately their team is still fairly weak in Premier League terms, and a team which we would expect to beat. However, the way we've been playing this season, I just can't bank on anything. I really, really can't. But you have to credit what Rob Edwards has done there so far. Obviously, they're not in the relegation zone, and you feel like they will still be scrapping for relegation. Sorry, the fly's been really annoying. I didn't know there was a fly in here before I start recording. But we'll get through it. But yeah, Rob Edwards, I don't think his head's on the chopping block. I think he's done a decent job considering the circumstances, and he's someone who is capable of picking up points and big results against Big Six sides. Obviously, we just saw it against Liverpool, though even Toulouse got points off Liverpool, so we don't. How impressive is that, really? But yeah, we talked a bit about Luton. They're going to pose a threat, particularly on the counter-attack, and they're going to look to be very direct. Let's see if they can finish their chances. My predicted 11 for the game in terms of a Manchester United point of view, we'll move on to Manchester United. Fucking caught him as well. Beautiful. He saw that live. I'm so glad he saw that live. Actually caught the fly. Anyway, my predicted 11, we'll go straight into it. As I said, I'm not wasting your time tonight. In terms of Manchester United's last game against Copenhagen, I would need 2 videos to talk about what went wrong in that game. The only positive really being Rasmus Højlund scoring 2 more goals in the Champions League, taking his total to 5 goals. The fastest Man United player to 5 goals in the Champions League. So credit to him, but we really need him to break his Premier League record. It's been too long. 7 or 8 games for a striker to have not scored a Premier League goal. You know, he's not Kai Havertz. You know, we need to score. He does need to score. And I believe that he will do tomorrow afternoon. But I've gone with Onana, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire and Dalot. Now, in terms of Varane, of course, there has been some rumours as of late that there was a bit of a fallout between him and Ten Hag, and things are a bit frosty, especially after he was dropped for the Manchester derby for tactical reasons and Johnny Evans took his place. Reports saying that potentially that was the breakdown point of their relationship. So it'll be interesting to see if he does start. I think he will, just because we're running out of options. Yes, potentially Lindelof is in the mix, but realistically Varane is the one that he's going to have to go with. I've gone with McTominay and Eriksen in the midfield again. I actually thought, right, against Copenhagen, in the first 20 minutes, it was the best football I've seen from Manchester United so far this season. And as I said, maybe that's not saying too much, but I really thought it was a solid performance. Obviously 2-0 up as well did help, but you know, I thought we played some brilliant football, and if we'd kept it to 10 men, then I think we would have gone on and won that game fairly comfortably. But of course, it's Manchester United. It's never going to be that way, especially this season. But I'm going to stick with the same 2 there. Rashford on the left, he's going to have a big point to prove, obviously now out of at least 1, if not the remaining 2 Champions League games of our campaign. Fernandes, and I've gone with Antony. This is the predicted 11, mind you. I would maybe look at someone like Garnacho or even Palestri starting on that right-hand side and giving them a chance. But in terms of how I predict, I think he will put Antony on that right-hand side. And then Rasmus Højlund, as I said, hopefully he breaks his duck, because he's been too good not to have scored a Premier League goal this season. I know they don't just get handed out and you do have to work hard for them. Of course you do. But you know, he scored 5 in the Champions League against stronger opposition. Surely this is the time. If we feed him, he will score goals. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully he does break his duck. But that's my predicted 11. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. But now I'm going to give you my score prediction ahead of this game. Now, to be honest with you, I'm usually quite optimistic when it comes to these sort of fixtures. You know, Luton at home is a game which I don't think we should be. Well, I never thought that at the start of this season I'd be looking at that game thinking potential banana skin. But the way we've been playing and just the lack of consistency in our results, I'm worried. I'm a bit worried. But having said that, I think we'll get the job done, and I think we won't do it without conceding, but I think it'll be a 3-1 win, and we need a good performance. Honestly, the points are important, don't get me wrong, but a performance is what I want to see. Something we can hold on to going into the international break and heading into those nightmarish December fixtures. So I'm going 3-1, and I'm going with Rasmus Højlund to break his Manchester United goal-scoring duck. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.